My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, there are two kinds of rights in Islam. The first is given to the servant, another one is given to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first one belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the second one belongs to the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we have to pay the right to each one of them, both of them. Need not to miss on any of them. Allah's rights, there are many. We are not going to be counting right at the moment. The servants' rights also at the same time are many. We are not going to count on each of them. But I'd like to share few of the very important one, which belongs to servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And on the top of them, the most prioritized one, the most important one I'm going to discuss with you. These rights belong to parents. Top priority given to the rights of the parents in the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Top priority after the divine rights, after the divine worship. Second most important thing we have to do, we have to obey, we have to pay the rights. That is none other than the parents. Parents are the most important assets in anyone's life. We have to give them respect, we have to give them value, we have to give them utmost respect whatever we can, because this right is, Islam attaches so much of importance to the parents. And this is mentioned in the Quran in not only one place, in many of the places. And in some of the ayah, just after, the divine worship, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. The first, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions His worship, and just after that mentions that to the parents, treat them well. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And further Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا. If any one of them, either of them, is reaching the age of oldness, the older age, either of them, both of them or either of them, فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. Don't even say them uff. Uff is the word which shows and the very least annoyance to anyone. That is the word uff describes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا. Do not chide them. Do not repel them. وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. And speak to them polite words, noble words. This one ayah itself mentions a lot of things about the parents.